Oh, actually, good point. So were you speaking to them after the game? Any of them? It's hilarious though, it is hilarious.
Can you hear me alright, yeah? Lovely.
Oh, you're a waitress? I thought you were a chippy. I thought you were a chippy.
See, I'm trying to have the audio on now.
Guys, can we like walk and stand over that way just because the mic's there? Yeah. We've had this a couple of times already.
Hello everybody and welcome to live coverage of this Championship North game between Inverness, Caledonian, Thistle and Buchan. It's Thistle's last home game of the year, so thank you for joining us one last time in 2021. And as ever, it's going to be an important one for them to get all 3 points on if they want to keep tabs on the top of the league table. Still got Montrose and East Fife ahead of them with potentially 2 chances at promotion, but every point will matter. So they'll be looking for 3 again this afternoon against Buchan. Just about to get underway, the referee doing his final checks, making sure we've got 11 players on each side. Once he blows the whistle, I'll run through the team lines for you this afternoon. Looks like everybody's ready to go. Checking with the goalkeepers, and there we are underway. Thistle with the kickoff and just about keeping. Hey, Thistle have number 26 for what it's worth, picking out the top corner after an incisive breakaway. It's not the first time this season we've seen Thistle start with an early goal. One of those occasions they followed it up with another one almost straight away. We'll be hoping for the same this afternoon. They've got a goal before I've even had the chance to go through the whole team, but the rest of the Thistle lineup as Hannah Gordon as number 9, Natalie Bodie number 11, Becky Dingwall number 14, Nicola Ross number 17, number 20 is Charlotte Arrowsmith, 23 Laura McKeever, and 26 the goal scorer on the ball just there, Rhea Hossick. She looks to plays through Bodium. She's got into the box, got past a defender, but can't pick out a teammate. Hosick with a shot from just at the edge of the box. Held by Buchan's number 1, Nicola Much. Visitors, number 2, Christy Houston. Number 3, Jennifer Taylor. 4, Caitlin Matthews. 7, Michelle Sutherland. 8, Danica Ritchie. 10, Bethany Emsley. 11, Joe Murphy. 12, Zoe Smart. 14, Leanne Reid. And 16, Carrie Willix. They will, of course, be looking to bounce back quickly from the early disappointment that was going behind to Caley Thistle. So it was a great finish from Rhea Hosick. And here's Hannah Gordon through on the right here. Hosick in the middle. Bodium at the back post as well. Let's pick out Hosick. Keeper gets a good hand on that to steer it away from her. Challenge! Caley Thistle trying to win it back on the edge of the box, but Buchan do get to clear their lines. Gillies with the punt forward, but only gives it possession away again. Buchan trying to build now down the left-hand side, but that's caught in possession. Arsmith nearly winning the ball back. That's given it away again from Buchan though. Mackenzie looks to play through Hosick. It's her first home start. She'll be delighted to get a goal so early on. It's the perfect way to kick things off for her personally. Of course, in her senior debut for Caley Thistle, Hosick got a goal after coming off the bench in the latter stages a few weeks back. She's absolutely prolific in the Highlands and Islands League. Looking to continue that form in the Championship North as well. So far for her, so good, certainly. Caley Thistle did win their last game. It was a big win against Dryborough after losing to East Fife the week before. It's kept them in the top 3. Buchan, meanwhile, been a little bit up and down. Lost their last couple of games, 6-1 most recently away at league leaders Montrose. They lost 5-2 at home against Dryborough, but they did beat East Fife 4-1 the week before that. So it shows that they are a very capable side on their day. They can compete with the top teams in the division. Caley Thistle with the early advantage here already. Jappy looks to pick out Dingwall, left back. Looks to come back inside, gives it to Ross. Looking at options ahead of her. Tries to pick out Hosick, who turns the defender but can't get the ball under control. Deans wins it back in the middle of the park, plays it through. Buchan appeal for offside, but Hosick's in and just taken away from her. Nipped off her toes by Carrie Willix. And Nicola Much in goal picks it up, takes back control. Forward looking for Joe Murphy on the right wing. Mackenzie in centre midfield by the looks of it today. She's usually up front but has filled in the middle of the park when needed. Alongside the captain Deans, who sprays the ball out wide there to Arsmith. Again, she's got options in the middle. She crosses early. Will it come through to Hosick? It's a good touch there from Reid to keep it away from her. It's punted high in the air, but it's not really clear as Bodiam looks to get it down. Turns her marker Willix. Can she get a cross in? No, but she has won a corner out of it. Caley Thistle even looking to organise here. Buchan have left 2 players forward if they get the chance to counter. It's going to be Bodiam to take this one. Got Arsmith going at the near post, maybe providing a short option. It goes into the 6-yard box, it's headed away. Deans is going to try and keep this one alive, but I think that's going to be out of her reach. It's an Inverness throw-in. Takes it quickly to Gordon. Doesn't really get under control, but the clearance is blocked. And here's Hosick with another chance, forced wider than she would like. That's another corner. It's good pressure early on from Inverness. Of course, they want to win anyway. They would want the 3 points for their league aspirations, but you do have to wonder if being the last home game of the season just puts an extra little bit of motivation in their minds to wrap up the season, or the calendar year rather, at Inverness Royal Academy on a high. That corner headed away. Nicola Ross comes across the cover, but she doesn't get the ball first. She goes up against Caitlin Matthews, but has to concede the throw-in. Buchan now get a chance to build. Here's Murphy. Gives it to Matthews and back again. It's a nice move down the right-hand side from Buchan, but McKeever had an excellent game one of the last times we did a stream. It comes across there to cover. Does concede the throw-in, but she won't mind that too much compared to what the danger could have been. So Murphy with the throw-in. Gets it back immediately, but that's a sliced kick trying to put a ball into the middle. Mackenzie wins it. Maybe got a bit of a nick there, but she keeps going. She gets the ball back from Hosick. She's forced to check back. She looks to switch it now for Arrowsmith. A shout from handball from Callie Thistle. The ref said it was chest. One of those, it might have been both at the same time. It's just down to the ref to decide which one he thought it was first. Buchan try to break forward Matthews, but Dingwall picks up the ball, gives it back to her goalkeeper. Jaffe assessing her options, does eventually give it out to Gillies at right back. She's got Deans inside. Looks to chip it through to Arrowsmith, but that's overhit, going out for a throw-in. One thing we've had to note already this season about Callie Thistle is the versatility of their players so far. I mentioned earlier, Mackenzie usually plays up front, now in the middle of the park today because of a couple of injuries. Jana Brady in particular missing, and possibly will be for a while. Charlotte Arrowsmith has filled in the middle of the park before. She's on the right side today. Hannah Gordon's played through the middle up front again. She looks to be out on the right wing with Hosick through the middle. Plenty of options for Karen Mason, plenty of firepower as well. Didn't mention the substitutes earlier. I'm sure we'll go through them at some point in the afternoon as and when they come on. But Julia Scott and Lorna McRae on the bench too. Both have also scored goals this season and in years gone by. It's another throw-in, I think, there for Buchan. That's a corner that's been given. Did knock over the corner flag in the process, but I wasn't sure exactly which side of it the ball had gone. This is a chance for Buchan to get one back. Just one left up the park for Inverness. Cross comes in. It's right on top of the goalkeeper. That's good strength there from Jaffe to keep hold of the ball. Plenty of bodies around her there. She didn't have much room to manoeuvre, but she took the ball cleanly. That's what matters. Jaffe now looks to pick out Gordon. It's closer to Hosick, who looks to flick it through to her. Not sure she got a touch, but Gordon is through anyway. I think that was meant to be a ball for Bodium, but she wasn't quite up with the play. Wasn't far off. Bodium goes over to take the throw in herself. Gordon looks to give it back to her, and she does. Bodium now up against Murphy, trying to get into the box. Murphy slides in. Bodium gets the cross in. Hosick manages to turn. Dean's there with the shot! And it's in. 2-0 to Callie Thistle.
Anna, great ball. Well done,
It's a good team goal, that. A good build-up play from Gordon out to Bodium, who did fantastically well on the left. To charge into the box, get space to put the ball in. Hosick's hold-up play there as well. Can't really be underestimated. Under plenty of pressure with her back to goal, just a yard or two away, where she managed to hold off the challenge of the defender. Turn, pick out Deans, who finished quite calmly. Have to believe it's going to be an uphill task now for Buchan at the risk of resorting to cliches. Callie Thistle, when they've taken a couple of goals of a lead, usually go on and score a few more this season. The danger comes when they maybe go behind early on rather than when they are in front. It's Houston now with the ball forward from Buchan, looking to pick out Sutherland. It's offside according to the referee. He was just past the line. So Inverness take the free kick quickly. Ross out wide to Gillies. Deans, I think it was originally meant for Gordon, but Deans picked up the ball, gave it first time to Arrowsmith, who's now into the box. She takes a shot across the face of goal. Bodium's there to tap it in. It's 3-0 to Inverness. They really couldn't have asked for a better start to the afternoon than this. 3-0, fairly early going. Rhea Hosick with the first, Kirsty Deans just a minute or two ago, and now Natalie Bodium with the goal there. She's had a few frustrating afternoons this season, having plenty of joy down that left flank, sometimes on the right, but mostly on the left. And on a few occasions, been unfortunate not to get on the goal scoring sheet herself. But she's done it this afternoon to put Inverness 3-0 ahead. Buchan try to play a through ball through, but Dingwall picks it out. Looks like she's going to get it back from Jaffe if she can reach that, but not quite. Throw into Buchan. Get the feeling Buchan might just need to get a goal pretty quickly here to stay in this one. Murphy down the line, flick inside, picked out by Dingwall again. Deans that time with the challenge as Murphy comes back inside on her left foot. It's a good cross actually, but it's a poor effort, it must be said. Picked out Sutherland brilliantly. It's a great ball through, just over the head of McKeever. Sutherland in plenty of space, but maybe snatched at the shot a little bit, not realising maybe how much time she actually had to pick her spot. It'll be relief for Jappy and for Callie Thistle. Jappy taking the goal kick. She, I think, thought that was an offside and was going to put it down a few yards outside the 6-yard box. Was quite quickly corrected by the referee. There's a goal kick. Deans nods it on. That's Cowell. Deans with another chance to head it. And that's come through. That'll be again through for Sutherland. But this time she is offside. McKeever this time to take the free kick. She does have a few options to aim for up front. She looks for Mackenzie. I think tries to play that out to Arsmith, but she's actually got onto the end of it herself. Looks to play a through ball for Hosick, but it's too close to the goalkeeper and Much comes out and picks up the ball. She launches it forward. It's Sutherland with the nod on, but this time again offside on Matthews. She tried to latch onto it. It's a good high line from Callie Thistle. They're not letting Buchan get on top of them deep into their own half. Even when the long balls come forward, they're attacking the ball so far this afternoon, which will be pleasing for Karen Mason on the sidelines. I know she's wanted the team to work on that in recent weeks. Buchan tried to come forward again. Smart this time on the left-hand side. Plays it through to Sutherland. She does have Matthews up with her. Tries to pick her out, but it's cut out by Ross. It's going to be another Buchan throw-in inside the final third on the left flank. Of course, a couple of times earlier this season as well, when Inverness have been scoring plenty of goals, Mason has been focusing on maybe a couple that they've conceded, even one or two when they've won big. She will still be looking for them to keep a clean sheet this afternoon, regardless of how fruitful their attacking play ends up being. So she'll be pleased that that one's gone out for a goal kick, which Jappy takes quickly out to Dingwall. Let's play it inside to Deans, who just over hits that first touch, goes out for a throw-in. Murphy looks to take it quickly, but Dingwall intercepts that one. It's going to be another throw. Murphy was looking for Ritchie there, number 8 down the right-hand side. This time through to Matthews. He just seems to be drifting all across the front three. Her cross into the box goes through everyone. It's out to Arsmith on the right. Looks to counter-attack quickly. Gordon's chasing this one. She's got a couple of defenders for company to try and battle her way through, though. She closed it down well. Keeps Buchan pinned in their own half here. I think that's Emsley taking the throw on the left-hand side. Tries to pick out Reed, but it's headed by a red and blue shirt. And Gordon manages to get it down for Dean, who has a bit of space to run into. Looks to switch it to Bodium, who's forced backwards a little bit. The ball was behind her. Tries to play 1-2 again with Deans, who gets the loose ball there. Gives it through to Bodium finally. That's a slice cross, but Deans might be able to salvage this one. She does, gets the ball into the middle. And Much doesn't take it cleanly, but she does manage to keep it away from an Inverness player.
Doesn't always need to go forward, come back.
Ball forward, allowed to bounce, but it's over Sutherland as well as Gillies. And Inverness get it back. It's a long ball through, I believe it's from Smart, looking for Matthews, but Jappy comes out, takes that in. Keeps the ball moving very quickly. They're trying to keep a really high tempo this afternoon, Callie Thistle.
Come.
Ross to Dingwall.
Early.
Deans offers a short option in the middle of the park. It's back to Ross. Now to McKeever. Looks to be closed down, but does manage to pick out Gordon further forward, who looks for the free kick and gets it.
Well done, hon. Well done, Nick. Becky.
Ross assessing her options before taking this free kick for Inverness, just on the edge of the centre circle in the Buchan half. Chips it forward, picks out Hosick. It's a good first touch. Lays it off for Mackenzie, who has to take that shot quickly and misses the target. Not sure there's too much more she could have done about it, but Knowing her scoring record, she may well be disappointed not to have found the back of the net there. Deans with a header from that goal kick. It is out for a throw-in, but it means that Buchan are once again camped in their own half. Not getting too many opportunities to get the ball down and under control for any sort of sustained period in the Calais Thistle half, which they'll be happy enough with so far. Gordon just about manages to win that one back, but looks to find Smith. Eventually comes back to Deans, and now Dingwall looks to move forward. He's got a little bit of space. Bodiam making the run down the left. Ball actually ends up being closer to Hossick, but it's intercepted. Now out to Ross. You can see here that the line that Calais Thistle's defence have is barely anybody in their own half when they're in possession. Out to Smith, who looks to pick out the overlapping Gillies. Intercepted. It's still going to be a Calais Thistle throw-in. Don't think it's too much of a stretch to say they've dominated this game so far, and Smith may have felt like she was going to be through there. But the last touch came off her, and it's a Buchan goal kick. The last time these two teams met in the reverse fixture out in Aberdeenshire earlier this season, Calais Thistle did win 5-0. The build-up to this game, Karen Mason had been talking about Buchan making improvements, not conceding as many goals as they had been. So she will be delighted with a 3-goal lead already. Calais Thistle looking to try and make it 4. Here's Gordon, turned smartly on the edge of the box on the right-hand side. It's come back out to Smith. That's a cross that's behind Bodiam. She does manage to get it and keep possession. Looks to start again. Here's Dingwall looking to play diagonal ball in. Looking for Mackenzie, but it's an important touch from the defender, taking it out with the path to Gordon behind her. One of the first times Inverness have actually gone that direct. They have played balls in behind, but it hasn't usually been straight from the defence up to the forwards. McKeever with the ball there. Ball forward, almost wrong foots everyone in the middle of the park. It's a good tackle from Deans. Now it's come out to Bodiam on the left. Hossick looks to be making the run. Nearly got a touch in there, but Mackenzie keeps it alive. I think a speculative shot from a long, long way out. It's deflected off the defender. It hasn't gone out for a corner. It got pretty much the whole way to the goal line before Emsley took it under control. Now Buchan start again, trying to move forward. That's a nice ball through to Smart. That time Matthews was onside, couldn't find her. Deans now moves forward. Looks to chip it through for Hossick. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there in the Buchan defence. Taylor could maybe have left that to her goalkeeper, but she decided to clear it and take no chances. Bodiam with the throw to Deans, back out to Bodiam. Back to the captain. Just a little bit of a heavy touch there, losing control of the ball, but Mackenzie keeps it alive. Good awareness from her to see where that ball was going. 1-2 between Smith and Gordon. It's cut out there though by Houston. And that's an Inverness throw-in right on top of the corner flag. Smith goes over to take it. She's got Gillies a few yards further back. She looks to give it to Gordon just inside the box. Doesn't have too much space to work with and does run out of it there. It goes out for a goal kick. Calais Thistle looks so far to be quite happy to try and overload the Buchan defence when Inverness have the ball. Quite content to leave 3 defenders to deal with Buchan's 2 forward players and get a full back on whichever side the ball is going forward to give themselves an extra option to try and take advantage. And Buchan have just gotten to that sort of position, maybe 5-10 yards away from the halfway line. We're trying to play it over the top of the Inverness defence. Teams have had a little bit of success doing that against Inverness this season. That's a poor pass from Ross, gives it away to Murphy. Not on the same wavelength as her teammates there though, looks to play the ball through. Lost out, and here's Bodiam looking to counter-attack. goes straight past Willicks. She's got a bit of space to run into. Willicks trying to get back. Bodiam gives it to Hosick. Goes onto her left foot, tries to get a shot away, but it's blocked well, actually, by the defender. High clearance taken down by Dees, who shoots from distance. A few yards wide of the mark. It did set up quite well for her. Maybe can't blame her for taking that one on. It was never really going to trouble much. Much takes the goal kick. Mackenzie was going for it, but she missed it, just not by too much. McKeever does well to win it back. And again, this time gives it to Mackenzie. 1-2 with Gordon. That's nice play from Inverness. Mackenzie tries to work her way into the box. A couple of challenges went in there. Maybe could have been a free kick. The referee says no. Buchan could only clear it as far as Dingwall, though. Inverness tried to build again. Here's Deans now. Gives it out to Arrowsmith on the right-hand side. It's a good ball out to her. Gordon looks to give her the short option, but Arrowsmith uses her pace to go past her marker. It's a good ball into the middle. Keeper spills it. Well, maybe a little bit of good fortune there. Keeper managed to parry it straight on to Taylor and gather it in at the second attempt, but Hosick was right there on top of it too. Ross intercepts that ball forward. And Deans gives it back to Gillies, who just maybe takes her eye off it a little bit and lets her run out for a throw-in. It's given to Sutherland, who tries to find a way past McKeever. It seems like with every week, McKeever is more and more solid in that back line for Inverness. There's no way past her there. In fact, they've got a throw-in in their own half now. Here's Deans, put under a bit of pressure, but she does find Ross further back. Gives it forward to Hosick. His touch isn't the best. But Buchan trying to play some Route 1 stuff here, straight from the back up to the forward line. So far, Inverness dealing pretty well with it. Murphy tries to play a cute ball through there for Deans. Intercepts through to Gordon, tries to pick out Hosick, but Taylor's in the way. This time Buchan take it short and they're immediately put under pressure from Thistle's attackers. Murphy goes past Dingwall, but Dingwall does well to get back round and win the ball. She's in a very advanced position considering she's the left back. It's come out to Arrowsmith on the right. Plays it down the line for Gordon. She does have Hosick in the middle. Arrowsmith in there too. Mackenzie now arriving. She just gets crowded out a little bit, Gordon. Gillies does pick it up and put the ball into the middle. It's good work again in the back line from Inverness. Well, that's not the best of passes from Gillies. Gives it straight to Matthews. Gillies recovers though and puts the challenge in on Sutherland to put the ball out of play. Mackenzie wins the ball back from the throw-in and again looks to move forward. Gives it to Gordon, who gives it back to Mackenzie. She does have Hosick up with her. Dean's just behind. I think she tried to get a shot away there, but was off balance, couldn't really wrap her foot around it. That's an easy one for Much to gather under control. Kicked forward to Murphy. Plays a nice touch through. Looking for Matthews. She's got Murphy up with her inside, who gets it back. She goes past McKeever. Gillies is there, but her attempted clearance goes straight to Matthews. It was fired at her quickly, but she keeps it in, gets her head up, puts the cross into the middle, and Jappy takes it with relative ease. Not under too much pressure there. Weren't too many Buchan players to aim for in the middle. She made it all the easier for Jappy to take it under control. Here's Arrowsmith. Did lose control of it, but went straight to Gordon and Arrowsmith again, looking for her options. Touched by Dingwall. She's got Bodiam ahead of her. Comes back to Ross, who looks to play it forward quickly for Gordon. It's a good ball through. Can she get a shot away? She can, but not enough power on it to trouble Much. Straight at her too, which doesn't help. Easy save for the Buchan goalkeeper. Launched forward, but Arrowsmith this time intercepts it. On the right for Inverness. Back to Gillies. To Deans, who turns to her left, looking for options. finds Dingwall.
Go back the other way if you need. Go back the other way if you need.
Forward to Gordon. That's a nice touch to find a yard of space. She's got options. She takes a shot straight at Much, but I don't know if she lost it in the lights or maybe just slightly wrong-footed. It didn't look a particularly comfortable take, but she did hold on to it. As far as Buchan concerned, that's really what matters to prevent them going 4-0 behind. After such a quick start from Inverness to get 3 goals fairly early on. Here's Dingwall to Bodiam. First touch to Gordon, who doesn't really get it under control, but it's come out now to Mackenzie, who tries to find Bodiam, just a little bit too far ahead of her.
Don't get out.
Okay, we go again.
Well done,
Shout of "we go again" from the sidelines for Cali Thistle. It really is just wave after wave of attack when they get the ball. First thought is to go forward and try and put Buchan under pressure. So far it's worked pretty well for them. Throw in from Buchan. Comes off Matthews. Bodiam was challenging her. It came off the Buchan player and out for an Inverness throw-in. It's come through Ross with the header there. Dean's now with time in the centre circle. Moves forward, looks to find Mackenzie. Just kind of between her and Gordon, and Buchan tried to move forward with the ball, but it's not a good effort from Matthews trying to give it to Murphy. And Inverness move forward again. Just a little bit too far ahead of Gordon. She could have been through there. It's definitely the right idea from Dingwall. It was charging into the box. She seems to be creeping further and further forward in this half. It's easily done when Inverness have as much of the ball as they have had. They've been largely untroubled at the back.
Good Charlie, get there.
Smart manages to turn past Arrowsmith. Gives it to Sutherland. Takes it into the Inverness half, but she's under plenty of pressure there from Gillies. The ball's behind Murphy, but she does have a little bit of space. Bodiam was closing her down. Gillies manages to clear that one. Buchan again moving forward though. Mackenzie trying to get across to charge her down. It's a poor ball really from Houston. It's so rare that they manage to get the ball and bodies inside the Inverness half. When they manage it, Buchan should really just be looking to get the ball down, take some of the sting out of the game, relieve a bit of pressure. They're so keen to get the ball forward quickly. Inverness are winning it back just as quickly, and it's heaping more and more pressure on them. Here Inverness come again. Mackenzie through for Hosick, who kind of again was wrong-footed there. Bodiam's questioning if she could have played it wide instead. I don't mind her trying to get that one forward because Hosick would have been through on goal, but just maybe the wrong side of her, wrong footing her. She wasn't able to make up the ground that she lost in adjusting her body shape. Much with another goal kick then. Deans looked to be going for that one. Gordon hinted at it, but it's Buchan that's come away with the ball. Well, that's a good challenge there from Dingwall to win it back. Gordon looks to switch it, looking for Arrowsmith. She may still manage to win this one back here, but Buchan instead moved forward. Here's Reid. Gives it to Murphy. Well, thought she had given it to Murphy, but Dingwall gets a good foot in to win it back for Inverness. Here's Arrowsmith looking for the option outside, and here's Gillies down the line to Hosick, who seems to have drifted a bit wider now with Gordon in the middle instead. Ball's come back out to Arrowsmith. I think that's a shot. Good hands from the goalkeeper again to hold on to it. Seen a couple of times Much has had to hold on to efforts from distance. Shows that she's no pushover in that goal. She can make a good few saves when she has. Which might make it all the more important that Inverness already have that 3-goal lead. Here's Deans to McKeever. Turns away from Sutherland. Looks to play it forward, and Hosick's going to be onto this one. I think it may have originally been intended for Arrowsmith, but they won't mind that. Here's Hosick with the ball into the middle, hit well, but again, good hands from Much in the Buchan goal to hold on to that one. Plays it forward, and Gillies, I think, has headed that one out for a throw-in. Yes, she has. Smart looks to take it quickly. Here's Sutherland, she's got Murphy to her right. That's Matthews now to Sutherland. Looks to give it to Murphy in the middle. Jappy intercepts that cross. Thought about giving it to Bodium, thought she was about to be closed down instead by Willicks, and goes through the middle to Gordon. It's a nice touch to take that under control, and she's got space now to run into. Buchan trying to organise defensively. It's a ball through from Gordon, looking for Hosick. She does get onto it, but a bit wider than she might have liked. And she still tried to shoot, maybe. That was a pass, there was nobody in the middle to get on the end of it. Was allowed to go across the face of goal. Caley Thistle again pick up the loose ball inside the Buchan half. Here's Deans. Manages to charge right through the middle. Wrong foot the defender to give it to Gordon. Shots over the bar. I think Buchan wanted an offside there. The referee wasn't giving it, so it'd be to their relief that Gordon missed the target, but that could have been 4 for Inverness.
Easy. Settle down a wee bit. Start using the ball. We're forcing the ball all the time. Just get them to find the pass. Doesn't mean we need to force it.
Just go to the last 10 minutes before half time now. Gordon gives that one away. Buchan, some nice passing, but deep in their own half. Looks to play the ball forward for Matthews. Ross is there, gives it back to her goalkeeper. Sutherland was making a half effort to close down Jappy there. Didn't put her under enough pressure to affect the ball forward. And here comes Hosick down the right. That's a nice touch to try and get past the defender. In fact, it's going to be Arrowsmith that gets on the end of this. It's 3-on-3 in the middle of the box. Can Arrowsmith pick out a teammate? She does find Mackenzie. Maybe leaning back a little bit too much. Doesn't connect with it perfectly. And ends up hitting it straight at Much. Really anywhere else on target, and that would have been a goal. It's going to be a throw-in for Buchan right below us here. Murphy leaves it for Willicks to take. Assessing her options. Looks like it's only going to be going in one direction. It's Deans that ends up getting the head on it. Buchan forced backwards against. Good pressing from Caley Thistle. Gordon there getting the charge in. Conceding the throw in, but won't mind that too much there. Buchan still about halfway inside their own half. Good control from Reid to take that one down. It's lumped forward from Buchan, and they finally do manage to get the ball under control. Although that's just fired far too quickly in towards Matthews, and Caley Thistle managed to win it back again. Dingwall. Caley Thistle giving the throw in there. Dingwall tried to go past a couple of bodies. Dingwall looks through it to Gordon. Did initially win it, but a couple of bodies around her there preventing Caley Thistle from getting the ball under control. She's going to get it now though. Through for Bodium. She's got Hosick there with her. It's a little bit behind her. And it's cleared away. It's a good touch from Dingwall to Gordon, but that does just run out of play. Maybe that's the difference a left footer would have made. Gordon felt like she had to run around that one to get back running in the right direction. So another Buchan throw a few yards further up the pitch. Once again, it's going to be Willicks to take. It's nodded on by Reid. Here's Sutherland now. Got McKeever for company. McKeever gets the foot in and actually wins the throw in back. Thistle haven't been too troubled at the back so far. Like I said earlier, Mason will want them to keep this going. That ball still in play as Willicks launches it forward. Come out now to Reid on the right hand side. Looks to get it into the middle. This might be a chance for Buchan. Jappy's out quickly though. Doesn't look like Ritchie might have been trying to get a foot on that to force it goalwards from very, very close range. Jappy's alert to the danger, manages to take control. Definitely has been a switch from Caley Thistle. Gordon's now through the middle with Hosick out wide right as part of the front three. Of course, he's got Arrowsmith further wide than that as well. Here is Hosick looking to find Arrowsmith. That's over the defender. Just have a little bit of space to run into, but Emsley makes up the ground well. Darsmith puts it into the middle, but it's low, and that's easily cleared. Gillies was appealing for the throw-in from Inverness there, but referee decides it's going the other way. Emsley with the throw for Buchan. It does come all the way through to Matthews. It's a heavy touch. Lets it run away from her for another Inverness throw-in on the right-hand side. Gillies was looking for Hossack there, but it's Buchan this time who managed to make the interception. Here's Murphy now in the middle of the park. Not too many options to her right, but that's a good ball through in the left. Buchan, can they get one back here? It's a good challenge from Gillies to prevent Smart getting a shot away at goal. Looked for all the world like she would be about to test Jappy for maybe the first time this afternoon. I can't remember her really having much else to do other than run onto a few through balls, maybe take a cross or two. Here's Deans, plenty of runs ahead of her. Who can she pick out? That's Gordon, but the referee says she's offside. Can be difficult for the referees to judge the offside. I think he got that one just about right this time. Of course, there's no assistant. There's nobody on the sides checking that last line. It's all down to the man in the middle. Here can Buchan looking to try and get something back to show for their efforts in this first half. As the clock ticks down towards the interval. Gordon, I think, spun all the way around that one. May have hurt herself, actually. But Buchan try and play on. Ball through, looking for Matthews. Dingwall should just see that one out, and she does. There's a proverbial thumbs up there from Gordon. Looks like she's all right. He's going to continue. She gets onto that throw-in. Deans tries to take it under control. She's got Bodiam to her left. Hossack through the middle. Opts to try and find Bodiam. It's cut out by Willocks. Bodiam takes the throw herself to get it moving quickly, and here's Gordon. Oh, look, to give it back to Bodiam, who ended up kicking it thin air that time, and it's run out for a goal kick. Goal kick there front. Buchan. Deans manages to win the header. Gets it back. About 30 yards out from the Buchan goal. She assessed her options. No need for them to force anything, of course, with the 3-goal advantage. Here's Gillies now inside to Arsmith in the box. Here's Deans through. She gives it to Gordon, but that's straight at the goalkeeper. Not the first time that's happened. Really, maybe should be more than 3 goals up for Inverness by the time the half-time whistle goes. Still, must be said, some of the efforts that they've had that have been saved might have gone in against other teams, so some credit must go to Buchan's goalkeeper, Nicola Much. But Calais Thistle definitely feel like it's been a couple of opportunities wasted. Here's Emsley with the throw. It's nodded on a couple of times, but Buchan run out of space on that left side for them. Goes out for an Inverness throw instead. Say no need for them to force anything. They can afford to take an extra few seconds at throw-in. Not necessarily time wasting, but just to keep control of the tempo of this. They don't want it to get away from them. Buchan managed to get through there. And here's Matthews on the left-hand side, looking to go past McKeever, who commits herself. And Matthews has still got the ball. Tries to shoot from a really tight angle. You have to think a teammate would have been the better option for her there. Even if she managed to get it on target, it would have taken some strike from that angle to beat Jappy, who ended up just seeing it wide pretty comfortably. Jappy with the goal kick. Deans looks to flick it on, but misjudges it, goes under it. Ross instead is allowed to lump it forward. Willocks just heads that one up in the air. Hossack trying to chase it down, but Houston does manage to clear it. Here's Sutherland now. Out to Smart on the left-hand side. Down the line again, looking to give it back to Sutherland, who does get onto the ball ahead of Ross. It's a cross all the way across the face of goal. Chappie, I think, thought about coming for it, trying to intercept it, but she knew there wasn't really any danger at the back post. And Inverness now come forward once again. It's a ball through for Hosick. She was onside if she can get past Houston to get this one. Houston puts up a good defence. And referee's actually given a foul there from Hosick on Houston. Houston a little bit too tenacious trying to win the ball back. Didn't see too much in it, but the referee clearly has. It's Taylor standing over this free kick as Buchan look to get on the scoreboard in one way or another themselves before the half-time interval. The final stages now before the break. There's Murphy trying to get onto this one on the right-hand side. She does tend to look to cut back into the left. She plays a 1-2 instead and moves into the middle. Goes out to Emsley, the left back for Buchan. Let's play a diagonal ball through, but Mackenzie's back there. Important header to keep that one away from her own goal. Now here's Inverness, out to Arrowsmith on the right. Thought about playing a through ball there, but gives it to Deans instead, who smartly turns away from her marker. Does lose out though to Ritchie. But as Buchan tries to come forward, Smart looking to play the ball forward. Just misjudges it slightly and it goes out for a throw-in. Here's Gillies. Gives it away. Buchan though trying to play a ball over the top again. McKeever this time. Gets it straight back from Jappy. A nonchalant clearance, but it was effective. That's a bit of a mistake there though. Inverness gave the ball away and it was Ritchie with the shot first time trying to catch Jappy out. Fortunately for the goalkeeper, it was straight at her. She didn't have to move too much to take that one in. She's allowed to launch it forward now. Mackenzie with the nod on. He doesn't connect perfectly with that pass, but does find Bodium, who's allowed to move into the box. Can Caledonian Thistle make it forward before half-time? Not like that. Bodium tried to, I think, chip it into the path of Hosick to get a touch on it. Anything really would have taken it into the net. But the keeper managed to intercept it. Well, here's Dingwall, who won it back, gives it to Gordon, who looks to find Bodium. It's going to be another corner for Inverness. Clock really is ticking down now. You have to think this will be the last chance for either side of the first half. Bodium goes across to take it. Does have options literally lining up on the edge of the box. Arrowsmith going short. Got Mackenzie. Ross aims for Mackenzie. Does manage to get a shot in at goal, and Gillies picks up the loose ball. Opts to keep possession this time. Dingwall. To Bodium. Was onside. Didn't look like Inverness were too sure themselves whether she was or not, but play on according to the referee. Mackenzie with a good challenge there to win it back. And here's Deans now. Switches it to Arrowsmith. She's got Gordon with her for support. Plays the 1-2. Hosick's in the middle. Mackenzie coming towards the back post as well. Cross doesn't come in though. Gets blocked and it's an Inverness throw-in. Arrowsmith with the ball in, trying to find Hosick. It's cleared away. Arrowsmith's going to have another chance here. It's a better ball this time. Hosick takes it under control. She can't really get it out from under her feet to get a shot away. Look at the watch from the referee, and there is the half-time whistle. Caledonian Thistle will be delighted with this first half so far that sees them 3 goals to the good against Buchan. Rhea Hosick got them off to an absolute flyer. For Kirsty Deans, the captain, made it 2, and Natalie Bodium, very deserving of a goal so far in the matches we've streamed, but hasn't maybe had as many as she would have liked, making it 3-0. It could have been a couple more if it wasn't for some good hands from Buchan goalkeeper Nicola Much, but Caledonian Thistle will certainly be looking to add to the tally in the second half. You should just get a pole installed in here. We all good? Cool.
Just about to get back underway for the second half here. Buchan players coming back onto the pitch. Thistle one's already there. Just having a quick look at some of the other scores in the Championship North this afternoon. Vibra Athletics, a couple of goals up in their match. We're right on the heels of Thistle in the league table. There's only goal difference separating the two of them. Although you might not be able to gain much ground over Montrose, of course, if other teams start overtaking Inverness, it'll make it all the more difficult for them to end up in the top two. So a win here, absolutely imperative this afternoon. So far so good for them, 3 goals up as we start, we just about get the second half started. Referee again making his final checks to make sure everybody is ready to go. We have full teams on each side of the pitch. And here we go, second half is underway here. Buchan with the kickoff, looking to get back into this match. 3 goals down against Thistle after goals from Rhea Hossack, Kirsty Dean and Natalie Bodiam. Thistle, of course, trying to boost their goal difference and add a few more to the tally, and they've got an early chance to do that in the second half with a corner kick here. Doesn't look like there's any changes from either side so far. Buchan only have 2 substitutes with them today, number 6 Natasha Matthews and number 9 Julia Reid. Mason has a few more options for Thistle. Julia Scott, number 3, Lauren Donald, 15, Lorna McRae back in the squad, number 25, and a trialist, Janina Morgan, number 4. Podium with the corner. Goes for Mackenzie, that's a good save. Strong hands, and that's Hossack with the follow-up. This is the target. I was saying Thistle could have maybe had a couple more goals in that first half. That's by far the best save that Much has had to make this afternoon so far. Could easily have been 4 there. It's a really solid connection from Mackenzie. There's Gordon now taking the ball into control after Deeze's header. Plays the ball behind the defence. Smith in here. She does have a few options to cross for in the middle. Here's Deans. Powerful effort. Big block as well to keep that one away. Mackenzie with a shot from the edge of the box. It's another block. These are going to be painful. Deans with another shot there. That's a save from Much. And now that Buchan Cooper has it back under control, the referee calls action stop to make sure everybody's okay. Talk about bosses on the line. It absolutely was the case right there for Buchan. Some really valuable blocks for them. Giving everybody a minute, I think, to make sure they've all got their breath back. Giving them a chance to make sure they've recovered and there's not going to be any issues there with offside or players being down. Of course, we saw earlier in the week, anybody watching the Man United Arsenal game, Arsenal's first goal in that match came when the goalkeeper was down. Don't want a repeat of that here as Thistle look to move forward again. There's Murphy still on the right hand side for Buchan. To play it back, but that ball I think is going to be out for a throw in. That's still alive. Pretty composed stuff there. See that from Dingwall. Come out to Deans, who picks out Gillies. Inside to Gordon. Smith looks like she wants to make the run, and now she does. In behind Emsley. She's got a few to aim for in the middle. Gives it to Hossack, who tries the back heel. Gets it on target, but Much just too close to her, and she manages to jump on top of it. Keep it out. Good intensity level at the start of the second half from Thistle. It'll be quite easy for them to rest on their laurels with a 3-goal lead, but they seem really keen to extend that, get a few more Buchan trying to move it quickly here. It's through for Smart. Just goes past McKeever, takes a shot from the corner of the box. That's not too difficult of a save for Jappy to make. Looked a good effort, but power on it. Fizzled out a wee bit by the time it actually got to the goalkeeper, which meant she could take that one in pretty easily. Dingwall with the throw-in. William tries to flick it on, but Taylor moves forward with it. That's the furthest forward we've seen her for a while. She does now go back into her own defence, but Buchan play on. Keep inching forward with a couple of throw-ins here. And Murphy to take it, she's got Matthews right there. Goes inside instead to Reid. It's cut out, and Callie Thistle now tries to counter. Here's Arrowsmith. Brilliant touch to take the high ball down there. Looks to playing Gordon down the right. She's going to be able to keep this one in. No, not quite. Emsley with the throw in. Arrowsmith intercepts it. Just gives it back to Emsley though. Here's Sutherland with the turn. Plays it down the line for Matthews. She's got McKeever for company, but gives it back to Sutherland. Reid there, and for giving the ball away. Jack gets a little bit of time, but not too much. Plenty though to pick out McKeever, who cuts back onto her stronger left foot. Here's Ross. Not a huge amount of pressure from Buchan on the Callie Thistle defence. They've been allowed to play a couple of passes. Still alive here though, as Matthews gives it forward. That's a poor touch really. Buchan tried to lay it off to the edge of the box. Equally, it's not the best of balls forward from Callie Thistle, and Emsley intercepts that one. So here come Buchan again. Here's Smart. Through from Matthews. McKeever. It looks like she had her body in the way there. The referee says play on. So Matthews gets the ball into the middle. Murphy looks to be running onto this on the right hand side, but on her weaker foot. That's a bit of a wild effort. It's actually gone out of the pitch over the fencing we've got here at Inverness Royal Academy. Somebody's going to have to go and chase that one down. Cry there just as that ball went over the fencing from Callie Thistle manager Karen Mason. Want your side to get back on it. There's no room to let up. We've seen before that teams can be punished. There's a slight lapse in concentration. 3-goal lead can quite easily disappear. And Callie Thistle allow themselves to do that. And they want to make sure goals are going in. As far as they're concerned, the right end goes forward and chasing this one. Houston gives it back to the goalkeeper. Dean sticks to latch onto it. It's a little bit wider than that. It's over the head of Gillies. There's Matthews, but Gillies gets back. He still gets the ball in. Straight at Nicola Ross, who makes the interception. It's nice down the line for Arrowsmith. His first touch again. Brilliant. Dean's now down the line for Gordon. Yeah, it's just a question of whether she can get to this in time, and this time Gordon can. She's got Hossack in the middle, Podium and Mackenzie arriving late. Another chance for Gordon to put the ball into the middle. She actually picks out Deans on the edge of the box. She has time to take her shot. It's over the bar. Well within her rights to have a go there. She had the time. She could see plenty of the goal. It's not like there's a load of bodies in the way stopping her. Just didn't connect with it as sweetly as she would have liked. That's the goal kick or bucket. Goal kick's gone straight to Podium though. Tries to find Hossack in the box. She's allowed to turn. She takes a shot. Doesn't connect with it brilliantly. Buchan get to clear this time. Although that's not the best of passes from Sutherland. I think she thought Murphy on the right hand side was further forward than she was. Ended up just taking it straight out for an Inverness throw-in. Since that's a good ball from Dingwall to Mackenzie, who always is going to look to shoot in that position, but Buchan defender gets a foot in instead. Gillies keeps it alive. There's Gordon now. Out wide to Arrowsmith. Tries to come back inside. In fact, she's actually won it back here. Gillies gives her the short option. Arrowsmith again now. Puts the cross in this time. Going to come all the way through for Deans to hit. She doesn't connect with that one. Maybe her standing foot. She tried to volley it with her left. And it's just trickled out for a goal kick. game restarted here. That's straight to Mackenzie. May have been a handball, but it's come through to Gordon either way. That shot straight at Much again though. Certainly haven't been a lack of chances for Inverness in this match. Absolutely feel like they could have taken one or two. As yet, a 3-goal lead. More than enough for them to take all 3 points. Might like a little bit more than that if they can get it though. Here's Mackenzie. Smith making a run to the right. Gets it again. Then plays it through to Gordon. He's made the run into the box. Looks to pull it back. Here's Deans. Tries to tee it up for Smith. She does hit it, but it's blocked. Smith has another go. Goes down quickly, so she's forced backwards. And here's Dingwall. Nice first time pass to Podium. Goes back onto her right foot. Deans now, through for Hosick, who has plenty of time on the edge of the box to turn. Not enough space to get a shot away though, but here's Deans! Volley. Not too far wide of the mark, but wide enough as far as Buchan are concerned. Good pressure. There was just that one chance, maybe 1.5 chances really for Buchan at the other end. Before then, started the second half, and since then too, Inverness have been really trying to drive Buchan back towards their own goal. More often than not, Inverness haven't been able to actually put the ball in the net the second half so far. Murphy trying to find a way through. And the keeper comes across. It's Dingwall. Here's one for Podium. Looks to give it back to Dingwall. Dingwall does really well to charge that one down. Hosick's onto this one quickly. And again, it's straight at the goalkeeper. Well, there she was on her toes and alert to that one to capitalise when the attempted clearance carried back off Dingwall and through for her own goal. Didn't get her foot round it enough to get past Much. There's a Buchan player's actually gone down. I believe that's Sutherland. It is indeed Sutherland. She's going to need a little bit of treatment here. I think it did look like Buchan were getting ready to make a change, so maybe he already knew she had an issue with the ball going out of play. She's just taking the opportunity to go down and force the point. Patient to see if she does actually have to come off here. I can certainly have one of their 2 substitutes out warming up. Just going to do a break and play here. That should result in actually a little bit of added time at the end of the match. Maybe a chance for everybody to catch their breath as well, just over 10 minutes into the half. Well, it looks like Sutherland's going to try and continue. She's just testing out her range of movement there, but of course she had treatment, so she has to go off the pitch until she's allowed back on, but she is now. So here's a ball through. Hosick looking to try and get on the end of this. Much out really well, alert to the danger. Take that one in. Knocked off on the edge of her box. Close to the ground, she had to make up for that one. Kick forward again, as it has been so often so far today. Straight to a Caledonian Thistle player. Can get it back though, it's out to Murphy now. Tries to play it through for Sutherland, but maybe still feeling the effects of that knock a little bit. Stretches for it, doesn't get it under control. And Jappy actually goes, gets the ball back for Caledonian Thistle, keeps it in play rather than letting it going out for a goal kick. McKeever turns on the edge of her own box. Caledonian Thistle do manage to get it wide. Here's Dingwall now. Down the line to Podium, who tries to turn her defender this time. Wins the throw in the process. And here is the substitution going to be made for Buchan. And it is Sutherland who goes off. Maybe knew her race was up, but just needed an extra few seconds to get a substitute ready. It'll be a bit of a blow for Buchan, because Sutherland's one of the ones trying to keep them alive on the front foot when they did get the ball. Just confirm in a second when I can see the number who's come on in her place. It's a 50-50 chance, but no point in me guessing. Here is the substitute. Plays it forward, but McKeever's there and makes the interception. It's come out wide right now for Caledonian Thistle with Smith. Got Mackenzie making a run ahead of her now. gets it down the right hand side. Gets across into the middle. Hosick tries to flick it in again. I think she maybe just took that away from Gordon, who was coming in at the back post. It was Julia Reid who came on for Michelle Sutherland as a Buchan substitute, and in fact we're going to have a couple of changes now for Cali Thistle. It's going to be Julia Scott and Lorna McRae coming on. It looks like it's going to be Kaylee McKenzie and Rhea Hosick coming off. When I saw the teams, I was a little bit surprised that Julia Scott didn't start. She's been a very valuable player for Cali Thistle already this season. Her experience in what is still a very young team comes in useful a lot of the time, but Mara Mason this time electing that she might be better used coming off the bench. She can maybe take advantage of some tiring legs later on in the match. That's the first time, I think, I've streamed in quite a while we've seen Lorna McRae in action. She has pace to burn going forward for Cali Thistle. We've seen a few people making runs in behind defenders. She will look to take advantage of that. She gives the ball out here to Scott and then makes a run into the middle. Gordon came short and it's given to Gordon. Quickly closed down though. She does well to keep this alive. Tries to pick out Scott. Her cross is deflected behind. That's going to be a corner for Cali Thistle. What I was trying to make out with the substitutions is that even though Cali Thistle have been playing so well so far, certainly not reserves coming on, keeping the quality very high with the likes of Scott and McRae coming onto the pitch in McKenzie and Hosick's place. Here's Scott to take this corner. Look towards the back post for Gordon. It's over everybody. Deans is going to keep this one alive at the back post. She's allowed to turn inside, gives it to McKeever. He's got Scott out to her right, come back from taking the corner into an onside position. That's what she do, just on the pitch now. Goes down well by Murphy. She gets it back here and puts the cross into the middle, looking for Gordon. William was there at the back post. Gray picks it up, gives it to Dingwall. Now Deans. So Arsmith's gone into the middle for Mackenzie was, with Scott taking her place on the right wing. And Scott down the line now to Gordon. Arsmith has drifted out there for a bit of support, but Gordon still has it. Gets it back from Scott. She has got options in the middle, but they're all at the near post. Gives it to Deans, who connects with it. It's the side netting, not too far away that time from Cali Thistle, but still not quite finding the back of the net, not the side of the net that they would want. So even from Buchan's goal kick here, every outfield player is still in the Buchan half. It won't be now though, because the visitors at Inverness Royal Academy this afternoon have throw-in. She'll get a little bit further forward. Emsley takes it, goes with the header. Scott gets a foot in there as well. Arrowsmith now gives it through to McRae, really well done from her. Here's Gordon, gives it back to McRae. Can she get a shot away? She can, but it's blocked. It's Podium now shooting from distance. Drags that one wide. Chances just keep coming for Inverness this afternoon. You still have to feel like there's plenty of goals still in this one. I imagine it's going to end 3-0. There's Deans trying to make something happen. Cleared away. Kayla misses that one, but deep ball forward for Scott. She recovers. Gordon's down the line. Scott makes the overlapping run. Gets it back. It's a cross, but not Scott's best, and it goes out for a goal kick. And Mitch once again to take this goal kick. Gets him to go over to the other side, far side as we look at it of the pitch this time. Keelan goes to try and win it. I'm not sure she entirely knew where it was there after it bounced. Cali Thistle have got the ball. Here's Dingwall on the left hand side. She was looking to give that to Podium, but Scar bearings mixed up a little bit. Dingwall still going and wins the throw in. William takes it and gives it to McRae. Can win it back though. Nice bit of skill there as they try to move forward. And Matthews needs a few more options in the middle of the park. The bucket's been forced all the way back to the goalkeeper. McRae trying to charge her down. Gets the kick away. But Inverness win back, and here's Deans. That's a lovely ball through for Gordon if she can keep this one. Looks to square it for Deans. That's over the bar again. She can't believe it. She must have backed herself to have added to the goal she got early on in the first half. Goal kick Deans with the header this time. Cray thought it was going to come all the way through to her, but it didn't quite. Now here's Matthews. It's a ball through. Looking for Richie. Sorry, Reed, the substitute who came on for Buchan. She's forced wide though, and here's Smart. Gillies gets across, closer down well, but Smart still gets it in. Well, I'm not sure if that actually hit the woodwork or if it hit the frame that has the goal up behind the net. It's gone over the fencing as a result of that. Jaffe was certainly keeping an eye on it, but she didn't look too troubled as that was coming in. Takes a goal kick to McKeever now. Into those past Deans this time though. And Murphy with the long range effort. You know what, that's not too far away, it's only a yard or two wide. It's always just drifting away from goal. And Jaffe lets that one go. Takes a goal kick long this time. Smith looking to nod on. Gives Deans. Plays a diagonal ball through for Scott. She's got space to run into here. 3 options in the middle if she wants them. Looks for the overlap instead actually cuts inside. Looks to play it through from McRae. It's a slice clear, so it might actually fall into Bodium's path. Oh, it's gone out for a corner kick. Just shows how quickly things can turn around. Seconds after Buchan were trying to get forward into the Thistle box. Scott released down the right hand side, plenty of space to run into. Podium takes this corner. Again, did take a touch this time on the way through. Now we're out to the other side. Here's Smith trying to put cross into the middle, but it's actually gone in. I'm not sure if she meant that. I'll have to ask her afterwards. But it is a force for Thistle. They finally have it. Much still got a hand to it, but couldn't keep it out, couldn't keep it away from the net, and it's gone in at the far post. So after so much pressure and so many chances to score a fourth, I'm not sure that's how anybody would have seen it coming. This will be pleased to have gotten it nonetheless. 4-0 now against Buchan as they look to end 2021 on a high note at home. Buchan throwing. Gilly's got a tackle in there on Smart. Emsley with the throw in. Gives it back to Smart down the left hand side. Under plenty of pressure though. Scott that moves it away. Here's Smith now looking to move forward. Plays it through for Lorna McRae. Talked about her pace earlier on. She's going to get onto this one pretty easily. She's got Gordon with her. She picks her out. Oh, that's parried onto the post by much. Ball's still in play. Here's Podium now. Looks like she's lining one up from distance. Headed away by a Buchan defender. Talking about the chances that Inverness have had. They've hit the woodwork now as well. Wondering what they needed to do to get a few more goals this afternoon. Scott on the right looking still to add to the tallies. Thistle come forward again. Just out of reach from McRae. Podium as well. Not quite able to get there before it's cleared away. There's Willocks. She gives that away to Dingwall. Inside to Deans. Looks to play it through. It looks like it might still fall for Gordon. That shot straight at much again. It was under pressure in fairness to her this time. Spinning ball, trying to get her foot behind it to generate some power. Couldn't do that and get the direction she was after. Peter headed that one. I'm not sure she would have been expected to throw onto herself, but she did. Gordon, time to turn. Let's play it through from McRae. He gets this one. She's forced a bit wide though, so she elects to give it to Scott. Does have a couple of options in the middle if she can find them. That's nodded through. Willicks is going to clear. It's out for an Inverness throw-in in the final third. Inverness are going to make a substitution here. It's going to be McKeever coming off. Another good game for her. Singing her praises after the last time we were on a stream. And it's the trialist coming on, number 4, Janina Morgan. She has been training with Caley Thistle for the last few weeks. She was in the matchday squad in Caley Thistle's last match in the win away at Dryborough, but she wasn't needed on that occasion. Now with 4-goal lead, Fire Masons giving her a bit of an opportunity to see what she can do and see if she can cut it at Championship North level. With the throw for Bodiam, tries to play it first time round the corner to Gordon, doesn't come off but she's kept it herself and wins another throw-in. She looks like she's actually going to take herself as well. She throws it back to Dingwall, puts it into the middle from McRae. A nice touch to take it down. She gets a shot away. That was always going wide by the looks of it. The wrong side of the woodwork and bounced back through the net in case anybody was wondering. Goal kick and Deans once again with the interception. Assured performance as always from the Caley Thistle skipper in the middle of the park. Buchan trying to come forward now. There's Murphy trying to make something happen. Gives it to Reed, forced backwards. Smith nearly wins that one back. She actually puts enough pressure on the ball that it does go straight to a Caley Thistle player anyway. There's Morgan now with the ball out to Scott. Scott pulling it right back as good as he made the run further forward. Gives it to Deans. Looks to play it through. I think looking to try and use that pace of McRae. Just a little bit overhead and Much comes out and collects it instead. Okay, it wasn't far away from McRae, you know, but it has come all the way through. It's a good first challenge for Morgan to make as she comes on there to make the interception. Last 20 minutes here at Inverness Royal Academy. Caley Thistle 4-0 up against Buchan. Buchan though trying to get some sort of consolation. You have to believe it would be at this point. That one didn't come off. Deans looks to move forward. Gordon was offside, so she couldn't play it to her. Scott makes the run past her though. Give me another throw-in for Caley Thistle on the right hand side in the final third. Makes the run instead. Deans is there too. Smith as well. It was supposed to come all the way back to Smith. It was intercepted instead by Ritchie for Buchan. He gets onto that clearance though. Almost connected too well with the little poke through to Scott. It's gone out for a throw instead. Attempt at a nod on there from Reed. It's gone straight back out of play for an Inverness throw-in. This is going to be the second change now for Buchan. This will be Natasha Matthews coming on. Looks like it's going to be Joe Murphy coming off. Might force a little bit of a rejig in the Buchan lineup. Two Matthews now in the Buchan team. Caitlin number 4 on from the start and Natasha number 6 just coming on there. It looks like she's gone straight up front. may mean that Julia Reid, the other substitute for Buchan, has gone wide on the right. Here's Callie Thistle trying to make it 5-0. Dean's on the edge of the box. Kicks back onto her right foot, goes back onto her left, plays it through from McRae. Dean's again. That's a good save again from Much. That's not a good clearance, and Gordon has the chance to shoot. It's blocked and cleared away for a throw-in. Callie Thistle maybe 4-0 up, but there's no doubt that Buchan's goalkeeper has been their best player. He's made so many saves this afternoon. Keep the scoreline down, if maybe not her 2 minutes. Smith onto the loose ball. Gives it wide to Dingwall on the left side for Callie Thistle. Through from McRae. Defender backs off her, allows her to turn and run further into the box. Back out to Bodian, who puts the cross in for Gordon. Maybe a slight attempt at an overhead kick, but I'm not sure if she's trying to connect with it or just get it under control. But here comes Caitlin Matthews, who plays it down the left for Buchan. This is Smart on the ball. Looking to get her side up the pitch by the looks of it. Smith tries to make the challenge and wins the throw-in. I did wonder if it had come back off Smart as it went out of play, and the referee certainly thought so. There's Scott now. Down the line for Gordon. She has got McRae ahead of her, but instead she checks back inside and goes past Houston. Well done in the build-up there, but not the best of passes. Oh, Buchan give it away again. Here comes Scott. It goes in the overlap. Smith inside. Gives it back to Morgan. Good ball for Deans, who tries to turn. Goes down really quickly there by Reid. She manages to get it out to Dingwall on the left. Comes charging forward, actually charging into a central area as well. Gives it to Smith. Might be thinking about a shot from distance here. I think she was. It's come through to Gordon, who swipes at that one. And that is out of the ground. It just hasn't been Gordon's afternoon. I think that's also the third or the fourth time we've lost the ball out of the pitch today. Had to get another one from the sidelines. That one's certainly maybe the most difficult to get back. Which gets us restarted once again. Smith can't get that one under control. She just reaches for it. Here she is now playing the ball through down the line for Gordon. That was going to race away from her though. So substitutions come in key obviously at this stage of the match. Fresh legs. Maybe able to get onto passes that those who've been on from the start maybe wouldn't at this stage. Memsley. Now run by Reid. Deans takes it under control. Bodian wants her to play diagonal ball through. That's a nice looking ball. Maybe not quite enough on it and it gets cut out. Cleared away this time. Shouldn't be too many issues for Ross to deal with this one.
Well done.
Jaffe comes, gets that, gives it to Gillies. Got so much space. Game's really spread at this point. There's Deans now. Let's play it through. Gordon and McRae both there. It's going to be Gordon. Can she finally get on the score sheet? Yes! 5-0 to Callie Thistle. Hannah Gordon, long overdue a goal this afternoon with some of the chances she's had, some of the saves that have been made to deny her. Finally picking out the back of the net. Of course, be delighted to make it 5-0 for Callie Thistle as well. Same scoreline that they beat Buchan down at their own pitch on earlier on in the season. Looking to go even better than that now in the Highland capital. See some tired legs for sure in the Buchan ranks. This is trying to take advantage. Buchan of course only had the 2 substitutes and they both looked like they were attacking changes. May well be prone in defence so Callie Thistle can get the ball forward and take advantage of it. Good challenge there, but the ball runs free. It laps from Natasha Matthews. similarly from Scott, letting the ball run away from her first touch there. Does win the throw in though. So Calais Thistle getting ready to make their final change of the afternoon. Lauren Donald is the other substitute still to get on. Need to wait for the ball to go out of play though, because Gordon's capped that one in. Flip it to Scott. Looks for Buchan at the back post. And that one, I think, is just going to run out. Oh, it's actually capped in by Julia Reid. Good work from her for Buchan. Not the best of passes though, and it's going to allow Deans to come forward. Try to fire a pass through into a pack of players on the edge of the box. Ends up being a Buchan shirt that takes it away. There's the one for Gordon. She started the match before moving into her central position. And now she's giving it to Scott on the right hand side, trying a couple of times to get a cross in. That's going to be a corner for Calais Thistle. And John still having to wait to get on here. Mason wants to let this set piece play out before making her final change of the match. And Scott to take. Plays it into the middle. All the way through to Deans. Did get a touch on it, takes some of the sting out of it, which has allowed her to keep this one in play on the left hand side. She gets across into the middle, just looking for McRae, I think. Instead, taking back out to Deans, who finds Smith. That's another save from Marsh, who, like I said before, has had a good game this afternoon despite conceding 5 goals. That's no judgment on her performance whatsoever. Kicks it long, looking for a teammate to get under control in the final third, but pretty easy for Inverness to deal with because there's only 2 players forward for Buchan. They're so isolated. Coming forward for Inverness. Around about 10 minutes left plus stoppage time now. Calais Thistle trying to go at least one better than they did against Buchan out in Aberdeenshire earlier in the season. Scott inside to Deans, just out of reach for her. Buchan trying to come forward again, and that's Caitlin Matthews. Plays a 1-2, Julia Reid, and gets it back again. And again, letting the substitute on the right hand side use some of her energy. Looks to get the ball into the middle, but it's come off Dingwall. That's going to be what has actually been a rare Buchan corner this afternoon.
Shoot, everybody's got!
This is a chance for the visitors to get a goal back. I have to think it's going to be too little too late at this stage, but Calais Thistle want the clean sheet as well. It's been drilled into them this season not to let up at the back no matter how well things are going forward. Deans manages to get that clear after Bodium had made it to the corner. Gordon plays the ball through, looking to use McRae's pace on the counter-attack here. McRae does get onto it. She's got a couple of defenders to try and get past to get a shot in and goal. She's gone past one. She gets a shot and it's hit the bar. And it's gone over. That's a great effort. So close to making it 6-0 for Calais Thistle. So unlucky for McRae. Doing everything right there. So much space to run into, getting onto the ball, going past the defender, connected with the shot well. Just ever so slightly too high. Prevented by the woodwork from getting a 6. Calais Thistle will come forward again though. Here's Smith. Bodium asking for it on the left. Instead gives it to Gordon, who looks for Dees. Tries to find Scott, but it's cut out by Smart. Oh, that's the passes forward though. Scott comes forward again. Gives it to Deans. And got options. Like to pick out Scott on the right hand side. 2 bodies in the box. He beat the first defender, but Deans going to get onto the hot one as well. On the edge of the box. She just never stops. She is the heartbeat of this Calais Thistle team. Here's Gordon. Smith. Scott tries to flick it through for Smith. I'm not sure she was expecting maybe just a little bit of fatigue coming into play there, but she pressured the defender well. That was Ansley that had to put it out for throw-in. McRae now, back to Gillies, cross it in towards Gordon. Podium gives her a shout, doesn't connect particularly well, goes out for a goal kick, and this is now going to be the final change of the match. Lauren Donald coming on for Calais Thistle. It's going to be Hannah Gordon coming off. I'm very relieved to have gotten that goal, well deserved for the position she's gotten herself into this afternoon. As yet, putting the icing on the cake for the 5th of 5 goals, but there may still be more to come in the last few minutes here. And Dean to be trying to make something happen here. Gillies, but good bit of space coming forward from right back. Donald makes the run. But misses for Scott. It's overhit for a Buchan throw instead. Not a great position for Buchan to have a throw. They're not going to get this too far forward. Let's try and snap bodies in around, keep the pressure on in the final third. Another throw for Buchan. It's just going to be a couple of yards further forward. Should be a pretty similar situation as Ansley takes this one. So the previous throw in, really Dean's getting her head on it. Buchan inching up the pitch, inching towards the halfway line. There's a couple of throw-ins in a row. They're smart this time. Gillies once again throws it out for a throw-in. This could be fun if Buchan managed to work their way right up into the final third, just throw-in after throw-in. Not that time though. Gillies header staying in. It's good work from Emsley to go past a couple. Now here's Reid looking to play it through. Here's Caitlin Matthews. Looks to play it through, this time to Natasha Matthews, but she's got a job in her hands to keep this one in play. She just about got there, but her touch took it out instead. Jaffe takes the goal kick quickly. It's launched forward. That's a good ball forward for Donald. It's a nice turn as well from her. Give it to McRae, just behind her. She was looking to make the run. Here's Scott. Maybe played herself into a little bit of trouble there. She could have come inside into space, tried to go down the line, but the angle wasn't really all that well suited for her. Now going for Buchan. All the way forward. Good touch by Ross to win it back. And Morgan gives it back to Jaffe, who launches it from McRae. Thought she was going to get there, but instead it's come out to Deans, who plays in Bodiam. Pass inside was behind McRae, but Deans latches onto it instead. Goes past one. Tries to pick out a teammate. She goes for Scott on the right hand side. Plenty of space for her to put a cross into the middle. It's a good ball for Bodiam. Tried to go with a volley, but maybe would have been better going with it with her head. Going out for a goal kick. Just in the last few minutes here, as Calais Thistle tried to find a way of getting a 6th goal of the match. Point, the result really beyond doubt at this stage. It's just about what the final scoreline is going to be. Here's Donald, final substitute, came on a few minutes ago. Loses out this time. Here's Smart trying to break forward for Buchan. Going to pick out Gillies instead. Deans caught in a few different minds there of how to actually take that one under control, what the best course of action would be. And runs out of time to make that decision as it goes out for a throw-in. Deans makes that interception from the throw. Chips it forward looking for Donald. The plays there and bounce as well, but Donald's really trying to chase this one. As well to keep the pressure up and throw-in. Scott looks to take quickly. Just throws it past Donald. She was trying to come and give her a shorter option. It's gone out for a goal kick. kick goes straight to Scott. It's not the best first touch she's ever had. Buchan gets it back. Emsley moving forward. Trying to go past a couple, but stopped by Deans. Takes it into the box herself. Nice tackle. Smart trying to clear it. Wasn't too sure from this angle if that come off of Scott. The referee said it didn't, so it's an Inverness throw-in. Goes to Donald. She's allowed the time and space to turn, and she's one corner from that. Final minutes here, just about coming up into stoppage time. Caledonian doesn't have a corner as they look to make this 6-0 against Buchan. Time isn't really on their side if they're going to get a 6, but this is a chance to do it right here and now if they want it. Scott with the ball in, fired across. That's a good effort at the back post. I think that was Deans that made the connection. Yes, indeed. Wide of the mark. She couldn't have asked for any more space. She might have actually had the time to take a touch as well before getting a shot away. She went for it first time, trying to use the power and pace of the corner kick itself. She's won a header there from the goal kick. McRae gives it to Donald, tries to skip past the challenge. She moves out a little bit in the end. Smith, good pressure. Donald back heels it, looking for Scott. I'm not sure she's going to be able to keep this one in. No, not quite. Buchan throwing is smart, just sees that one out. Buchan, really anywhere for them to go right now. They're going to have to try and switch the play. That's come through to their goalkeeper much. Won't be too much longer left. I think we're into stoppage time now. Good fit in there from Morgan and Charlotte. Caledonian Thistle getting a run out in Championship North this afternoon. She hasn't had too much to deal with, but she hasn't done badly for what they have had to come up against at the back. She's going to be called into action again here. Gets a foot in. Gives it to Deans. He's allowed to move forward. The referee says play on after Deans was taken out. Bodiam looking for options. Finds one in Gillies. Deans is still down, but Caledonian Thistle playing on. It's a ball through for Scott on the right. Tries to pick out McRae. Cross is cleared, but only as far as Gillies. He gives it back to Scott. This time she likes to play it short into the box for Donald. Here's Smith now on the edge. She's going to have a shot. She is. It's not held by much. She just about gets it the second time of asking before McRae can put it in the net. And the referee says enough's enough. There's the full-time whistle. A very professional performance by Caledonian Thistle as they win 5-0 against Buchan. The goals early on from Rhea Hosick and Kirsty Deans, added to by Natalie Bodiam in the first half. Charlotte Smith making it 4 after the interval, and then Hannah Gordon wrapping things up with the 5th. That'd be a very pleasing result for Caledonian Thistle as they look to stay ahead of Drybrough Athletic in 3rd for the Championship North and hopefully close the gap to East Fife and Montrose the top 2. They'll be back in league action going on the road next week. They've got a cup game the week after that, also away from home. So like I said at the very start of this stream, this is the last time we'll be broadcasting in 2021. It's a good way for them to round out the year. We'll be back at the start of 2022. Until then, have a good holiday period everybody, and thank you again for tuning in. Hopefully we'll be talking about some more Caledonian Thistle success in 2022.